What is going on YouTube? This is Doz87 bringing you another State of Decay 2 video. Today we're going to be focusing on your survivors and the skills that they can get. Now I'm not talking about the 4 standard skills, which I will go over very briefly as we start, but I'm talking about the 5th skill slot that is different on pretty much most survivors or most community members. So to start off, obviously we'll do a bit of an overview. There's over 1,000 traits and skills within the game. It's all procedurally generated, as you can see here. So I figured I'd start off on this screen and just generate a few characters, run through what happens and how it works, and some of the skills that can be allocated. So here you can see we're refreshing through, and it's just, you know, it's created 3 people without a skill, but there we go. So as you can see on the left and right hand side, these characters only have your 4 standard skills. Those skills being cardio, wits, fighting, and shooting. Now, cardio is a homage to obviously the awesome movie Zombieland. Apparently Zombieland 2 is coming out, super hyped, but this skill directly affects stamina. Now, stamina is pretty much what you use to survive in State of Decay. You need to use stamina to run, you need to use stamina to fight zombies. Pretty much if you run out of stamina, it's game over. So cardio is good. Wits is pretty much how effective you are at looting. Now I have seen and read online that the higher your wits skill, the better loot you do get. Haven't been able to test this, but it's quite possible that's the case. It looks like it does improve how fast you can loot and that kind of thing as well. Fighting obviously affects your melee damage and how effective you are at fighting, and shooting, the more you level that up, the better you are at aiming and that kind of thing. So those are your 4 main skills, and they impact how your character interacts in Undead Lab's zombie infested world. They can be specialized obviously, so cardio, wits, fighting and shooting can be specialized into one of 2 skills. So these skills being marathon runner if you've got cardio and you level that up and you get that, gunslinger or sharpshooter for your shooting abilities, or you can become a stealthy ninja. It just depends on how you level your character and what you get, and then what you choose to specialize in. But that's not the focus on today's video. We're going to get to the point of the 5th skill, like I mentioned. So these 5th skills, if you get a character who doesn't have a 5th skill slot, what do you do? So out in the world, you'll be looting and you will come across skill books. Now skill books, as you probably assume, you can use them, and that teaches your survivor, your community member, how to pretty much do that skill. And they'll start off with 0 stars, and you'll have to level them up through, you know, utilizing that skill essentially. So here we've got cooking, craftsmanship, and pinball, which I haven't seen before, acting. So there you go. So we'll start off with 3 skills here. So those 3 skills: cooking, craftsmanship, and acting. So acting will increase your standing rewards, so you're standing with other characters, with other communities, and your influence gains by 10%. Cooking, that will allow you to prepare better dishes and improve your morale within your community. Adds to stamina and gives you some bonuses, that kind of thing. Craftsmanship, that will unlock the forge and barracks level 2, and it also allows weapon crafting. So those are those skills there. Oh, driving, I like driving. Oh, 2 drivers. Okay, so we've got TV, trivia, medicine, and driving. So as I said before, driving is an awesome skill. I've just got this on one of my other characters. It gives you 100% fuel efficiency and 50% impact reduction. So when you hit zombies, it doesn't damage your vehicle as much, and it also makes your vehicle 50% less noisy. So it reduces the noise of your vehicle, which is handy if you don't want to attract too many hordes. Medicine, now most players will have a character from the start who has medicine. That's if you go through the tutorial. Now what medicine does, it allows you to build it in infirmary level 3, and it also allows you to craft first aid and offers health boost action. So that's pretty good. Now TV trivia, that adds +6 to morale, and it increases your experience rate by 50%, and obviously gives you a bit of a pop culture knowledge, which is always good. Utilities, chemistry, and we've already had these. Gardening. Alright, so we'll start with gardening. Now gardening is good if you want to feed your characters. So it'll allow an improved yield and allows you to grow meds. So essentially it'll add to your food per day. So +1 I think is to start with. If you specialize it, it'll increase. And it allows you to grow medicinal herbs essentially to use in your infirmary. Chemistry skill unlocks stills, and it will improve your crafting of incendiaries and recovery items, which is always handy. Utilities unlocks hydroponics and boosts power and water duration, so that's actually quite a handy skill to have. Sorry guys, I'm just searching for one more. Alright, so we've got acting, and that increases your standing rewards by 100% and your influence gain by 10%. I think I already mentioned that one. Alright, so here we've got Geek Trivia. Geek Trivia increases your morale by 6, and it gives you an XP rate boost of 50%, which is very handy. Computers unlocks your command center level 3 and also allows you to use spy drones, which is pretty cool. Peeper skills gives you an 100% standing rewards, so increased standing obviously like before, and also gives you a +10% influence gain, which is very handy. Next guys, we've got painting. So painting seems like a fairly pointless skill. I don't know if there's anything attached to that. We'll find out. If you do know, feel free to leave a comment down below. Obviously, if you are enjoying the video, if it is helpful, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to be bringing out more State of Decay videos, hopefully one or two per week. So we've also got political science here, and that gives you +100% standing rewards and +25 influence per day, which is very handy if you want to move bases or pretty much trade with any of the traders. We also have mechanics. Mechanics unlocks your workshop level 3 and allows crafting of toolboxes and box mines. So it helps you make zombies go boom. Up we've got sewing, hairdressing and music. Music gives you a +6 to morale, 100% standing rewards, +25 influence per day, and obviously a knowledge of the arts. Hairdressing gives you an increased influence and chemistry knowledge. Sewing gives you a +20 to max health, +2 to max consumable stacks, and knowledge of craftsmanship, which is handy. Some of the others that I have here, which I haven't been able to randomly generate, which obviously shows you that you're not always going to get the same characters. Business, which increases your influence gains by 10% and gives you a +35 to influence per day. What do we got? Comedy gives you a +100% to standing rewards and +6 to morale. Apparently there's a fishing skill. I haven't seen that, but I have read that elsewhere. Geek Trivia increases morale by 6 and gives you a 50% XP rate gain. Law increases your influence gain by 10%. Literature gives you a bonus to morale, 100% XP rate bonus, and then we have Lycanology, which provides additional meds +2 per day. There's a making coffee, which I haven't seen myself. Self-promotion, 100% standing rewards, and that's all I've come across. Obviously, like I said before, if you've come across other skills, or if I've missed something or gotten something wrong, feel free to let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to jump into the game and just show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so we're in the game here, and let's take a look. So this is one of our randomly generated survivors. Now if we scroll down, as you can see, there's your hairdressing skill. So styling hair with a mix of cutlery and chemistry. Increases influence and chemistry knowledge. So +10% influence gained and knowledge of chemistry. So that's pretty much what you're going to be looking at. here's your shooting. Improves firearm handling and leads to advanced shooting skills. Fighting improves health and leads to advanced combat. Wits improves search speed and leads to advanced mental skills. Cardio improves stamina and leads to advanced athletic skills. Then you have your traits, which are also randomly generated, and they provide positive or negative bonuses depending on what kind of traits you have. So for example here, the stylist affects skills, don't know how. Film director gives you a plus 75% standing reward, and lives on pasta means you have minus 25% food consumed per day, which is actually a pretty good skill. Let's see if we can find some negative ones. Here we go, that's a good example. So our guy here, Cornelius, he has a trait of motivational speaker and a trait of built the worst deck. So built the worst deck gives him a negative 33% craftsmanship experience rate. So even though he has the craftsmanship skill down here,
it's a bit close. Stay alert.
Which unlocks Forge and Barracks 2 and allows weapon crafting, it's actually going to increase at a reduced rate of 33%, which isn't fantastic. See here you've got Aaron, and Aaron has the music skill, which raises spirits with rhythm and melody, which increases morale, standing, and influence. And as stated before, plus 6 to morale, plus 100% to standing, and plus 25 influence per day. Alright guys, so that wraps up the video. I hope that was helpful. I hope that helps you guys choose who you want in your community in the future. Obviously feel free to experiment. You're always going to get some negative traits with some positive traits, and you will learn that there's some skills that you want, some skills that you might not really care about. It also depends on your play style. So far, really happy with the skills and the traits that are generated. Like I said, there's over 1,000 there. Done a really good job. Hoping to see some more traits and skills as they develop the game, because Undead Labs do add things with their DLCs and that kind of thing. So yeah, if you did like the video, obviously give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.